I'm sick of being special.
Cut. Will, tilt down. Greg and Joe, take a look at this. Your job as a director is to tell a story. The challenge of directing a film is to make the audience feel like they're in the story and not pay attention to any of these things that all this work goes into. And cut. Check the gate on that. Your only job is to make sure that everybody is sharing the same vision, so that when the movie's cut together, it looks like one seamless film that doesn't draw attention to any of those things and just tells you the story and makes you laugh or makes you feel something.
I'm sick and tired of being special.
Cut. You good, Will?
Yeah.
Cut.
Right? Hey, John and Greg are over here. I'm waiting for Will to come out.
I wrote Elf as a spec in 1996. Thought it'd be very amusing to see a large elf walking around Manhattan, and it just kind of bounced around for many years. When you're writing a script, you just kind of have to let your imagination take you there, take you where the story goes.
He's not Santa! He's a fake!
Make it the best story you can, the tightest story you can, and wherever it goes, these are very smart people. They can do whatever you think of.
What in the name of Sam Hill?
It came from David Berenbaum's imagination, first and foremost. It always starts with the writer. And then he, with John Berg, my producing partner, developed it over a period of time, over a couple of years.
Developing a script is developing the story and the characters and making sure that a film has 3 acts. An initial act where you set up your characters and you set up your situation.
I hear you're going on a little journey to the big city.
A final act where everything is concluded.
My son, I love you.
You want the characters to have arcs and to evolve. That's kind of development.
Once we got it to Will, he was excited right away and we were off and running.
Look at you!
Pre-production could last several months before you actually start rolling film. Part of the planning process for a movie like this, where it's very visual and there are a lot of stunts and a lot of special effects, is you draw storyboards. Of course, the storyboards are a framework that we deviate from a great deal, but it at least gives people an idea of how many people are going to be in a scene, the types of locations we have to find for the scene, and what they have to build for the scene, so that when you actually get to the set, everything's been pre-planned and all comes together. And then you hire people like your cinematographer, the sound men, the cameramen, and everybody has to work together so that you have one cohesive vision. This is great. This is the shot, and then we'll get another one that gives it a context.
Yeah.
When you actually get close to the time of filming, there are executives at the studio that are involved early on. There are producers who are involved.
Wow, can we come home with me? I bridge the gap between the creative producers and the money managing producers. Basically, I'm here to make sure that Will Ferrell and Jon Favreau have everything they need to make this very, very funny movie.
Basically, my job is crew, budgets, answering questions, and dealing with problems. I'm the mother.
She also helps make sure that we are running on schedule, on budget, making sure all the unions are taken care of. She silently makes sure we're doing our job.
As a director, you're constantly being reminded if you're running behind in the schedule. Generally, you're given a certain amount of days. In the case of Elf, it's about 55 days. And you have to know how many scenes you could shoot in that time. And you have to plan pretty meticulously how many scenes you could do in a day.
All right, here we go. Let's try rehearsal, everyone. Ready?
You start off taking the script and breaking it down scene by scene and into all its various elements. Then you take all that information and you make a schedule out of it. I stay on the floor the entire day right beside the director, running things, figure out, the blocking of the scene with the director, bring everybody in, show them what the blocking is.
You, sir, come up to this spot.
Discuss the shots for the day, decide on the best order to shoot the shots.
We'll be moving over to the forced perspective shot on the big set, and the B camera will be setting up the first piece of coverage here with Santa and Buddy.
And then we start with the first shot.
And action!
We just work our way through the day, sort of shot by shot, scene by scene, until eventually the film's all over.
Got it.
Unfortunately, Mondays are bad for most people, but for me they tend to be particularly bad because usually we start at about 7 in the morning, the whole crew, but usually I have to get here around 5 in the morning just to make sure that all the trucks are here, all of them are working, and everybody's kind of here and organized.
I'd say a typical day is anywhere between 15 and 17 for us. My job is to primarily work the floor with Jim, help set the background, spread information throughout the set, take care of the cast and make sure they have all their stuff and keep them informed as to what we're doing throughout the day. One guy didn't show up and they were looking for a slightly balding guy with a little bit of hair on the back, so I got pulled in. I just happened to match the character.
I need more Bitonti.
I take care of the cast. That's my main job. I check them in when they get here. I make sure they left the hotel okay, that they arrive on set, make sure they get their breakfast, and then we figure out what costume they need for the day, get them through hair, makeup, and send them to set when they're ready. This here is a circus, all the trucks and things that make up the outer perimeter of the film set. Hair, makeup, wardrobe, producers' trailers, and cast trailers. Hi, I'm here with my friend.
Yes.
And we know that it's the green costume for Snowball Alley now.
And are we up and ready?
In a few minutes,
Okay.
I'll come back and let you know.
Okay, great.
Will's always on time, he's the best.
On set, we're responsible for preparing the site, whether it's in studio or on location.
Sorry, man. Need to be on the outside of the curtains.
Getting rooms ready for extras or things like that.
You can have both.
I can?
Some of you have to have
Because I'm special.
Because you're special? Well,
Let's get together.
I'm a pushover.
Kind of the worker bees of the set.
I'm on the bell. It's a lot of pressure. It's a really annoying one. It goes, sounds like Carl. I'm kind of like, woo, 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 woo. So it bugs everybody, but everybody hears it. We can call cut. And this kind of sounds like the penalty bell. So everybody knows to drop the work. You don't have anybody with a walkie-talkie.
Are you sure you don't?
Okay, here it comes.
Have my walkie-talkie? Are you sure you don't have my size?
Come on, guys, lock it up.
Makeup and hair goes through hundreds of people in the course of a day. There's been a lot of extras to 200 people. There's stunt doubles, there's photo doubles, there's Santa doubles, there's James Caan doubles. There's all sorts of things that we have to duplicate for stunts or for second units. Here you are in our trailer on a typical elf morning. We have 4 makeup ladies, and we are doing elf ears. So this is a little gelatin piece that we glue to the ear, and then we paint, and it becomes lifelike, and on camera it looks like all these people really have ears.
We work with the director on coming up with the designs and the look of the show. Hopefully it's all going well.
It's going really well.
Oh, hello. Well, Nicholas's hair was colored last week when he had to match somebody who was older. Is that hurting? Okay, just let it sit there for a second. A lot of them have had sort of textured hair, and it's been zigzagged up and down at the front in the fringe area, so it's not too symmetric. They like them tilted back slightly. Apparently it makes them look even shorter, and I don't know how that works, but it's a perspective thing, so that's what they tell us. So we angle them back slightly and keep our fingers crossed that they stay on. So is that comfy now, Nicholas? Okay, then you can go. Thank you. All right.